before death, and he bit down on his tongue, you see, there and there, and also the tongue is chewed on the ventral, the inferior surface as well.
So he could have died from
So,
seizure?
It just said natural causes, so they all do. So he may have had a seizure. So that's an inference, but he definitely bit into his tongue. Okay, and then one possible reason would be a seizure. Now look at this. What does this say? Yeah, male. So this is a decent laryngeal prominence. Now what do we have here? The thyroid with the isthmus. And then here we have this branching from the arch of the aorta. I'm not going to repeat the exposition on that right now because we already have done that twice today, and we did it a few times on Tuesday. Oh, there it is, though. There's the brachiocephalic. There we have the right subclavian. There's the right common carotid. There's the left common carotid. And there is the left subclavian. Okay?
You could live without your thyroid, right?
Only with a lot of difficulty. You'd have to take Synthroid. It would be hard. And it's hard to get the proper balance, because the thyroid gland has its secretions controlled by a negative feedback relationship between the secretion of the T3 and the T4 hormones and TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. So here, this is very good for lobes of the lungs, you see. So you can see the inferior right lobe, the oblique fissure, the middle or intermediate right lobe, the transverse or horizontal fissure, and the superior right lobe. Now look at that. What's that? It's carbon and tars from something. The most likely explanation is cigarette smoking.
That's why it's black?
Yeah, that black, yeah. Now the brown that you saw on Tuesday in the lungs, that's clotted blood. That's what that is. And you can see it here as well. This guy was 67 years of age at the time of death. And then the liver shows nicely, and it also has the usual symmetry with a larger right lobe and a smaller left lobe. And then here we have this. So what's this over here? Yeah, it's the stomach. Now, unlike that one, which has a distended stomach, this has a constricted stomach. You see the lesser curvature shows very nicely over there. There's the greater curvature. Then over here, here is the fundus. Here is the body of the stomach, and there's the pyloric region. And the pyloric sphincter can be felt right over here. Then, of course, here we have small intestine. Now, it shows to better advantage on the newer specimens. So I might want to ask small intestine and mesentery and intestinal blood vessels in the cadaver. That would be a good choice for a cadaver question. Now, here's a distended cecum, and then here is the terminal ileum, right over there. And so the ileocecalic valve was here. And then here, let's see where it is on this one now. Did it break off or something? Here it is. Yeah, the vermiform appendix. See right over there.
That's what it looks like?
Yeah, well, the size varies up and down a lot. Now, here, this is the ascending colon. And then on this one, a number of features can be seen. What is that? You notice that there's a strip of tissue there?
Tendinate colon.
Yeah, Taenia coli.
Sorry.
Yeah, Taenia coli. Taenia, which can be spelled T-E-N-I-A, that's the American spelling, or T-A-E-N-I-A, which is the British spelling, means flat like a ribbon. That is the longitudinal muscle. There usually are those three of those. Look at this. You see there's a diverticulum over there. What's that?
Nostrum.
Yeah, that's a haustrum. That's a haustrum, just one of them. So you should know that those are naturally occurring diverticula. They increase surface area for absorption of water and electrolytes. So this is one thing that I would have to use this one for. The other ones don't show them well. So that one that I just showed may be the best one. There's at least one haustrum showing clearly, and then you have to have the right angle for illumination, but at the right angle you can see a different reflectance on the Taenia coli, right over there. Okay? This is a primate peculiarity. If you look at a non-primate large intestine, especially one of a carnivore, like a cat or a dog, they don't have Taenia coli. They're external to a complete ring of a complete cylinder of circular muscle. There's a complete cylinder of longitudinal muscle. But they don't have a haustra either. The adaptive value of the haustra is that it increases surface area for absorption of water and electrolytes. To have them, there must be a minimization of the longitudinal muscle. But that makes this a weaker large intestine, which is unable to deal with hard stool, which is the kind you get if you don't have fiber in the diet, properly.
Yeah.
So then you get impacted stool in the haustra and reduced transit times. The transit times are too long. And then if it's a high protein, high fat, low fiber diet, there's increased release of ammonia in the small intestine from deamination of amino acids. And that leads to precancerous polyps, and then colon cancer, and a higher incidence of colon cancer. So the word to the wise is, whether you like it or not, we need fiber in the diet. Also, there's a reduced transit time. The longer the transit time, the more time there is for ammonia to attack the lining of the colon. So you should assume